Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we are going to be playing the Necromancer. He got a brand new artifact power with the 1.0 release, and we wanted to see how strong the minions are going to be in the 1.0 Titan Hunt version. So sit back, relax. If you don't fancy minions, keep watching because I'm going to change your mind about that. You're going to see just how strong they can really be. Before that though, we are going to go through the runes as well as what skills we plan to use and why. So let's go through the runes first and how to unlock them. If you don't have them and you're a new player, are you looking for reroll mastery, material harvest and efficient extraction, because we don't actually need any other versatility runes for the build. You don't need weapon expert, you don't need endless refill or anything like that. Luckily we don't need unexpected arsenal. We literally just need reroll mastery, material harvest and efficient extraction. This you get from killing 500 Lords of the Void. And this you get from Legionnaire, and this you get from the Arcane Weaver's skill tree. So Legionnaire skill tree, Arcane Weaver's skill tree, we then got Harmony, Sacred Offering, Extra Help, and Divine Legacy. Divine Legacy is from the Arcane Weaver as well. Beastmaster is Extra Help and Harmony, and then the Shaman gives us Sacred Offering if you're looking to find the exact same runes. You don't need these runes, but I mean, having one extra summon from the start is amazing. Having a counter affects the negative of Sacred Offering, so all of our summons gain additional 30% increased damage, multiplicative damage, and then we also got they get up to 24% increased maximum or 24% damage over time based on how many units we have summoned. So that's why we take Divine Legacy. Every 25 levels that we should get a rare that's going to allow us to get +2 to our minions. We could go for endless refill, but by the time we use that many locks, we'll probably have finished the run. So not really that important, but if you do want, you can get rid of efficient extraction and take endless refill instead. Next, we're going to be using his third weapon. We do have to make sure we go to the blacksmith and that we upgrade the weapon so that we unlock the artifact power. The artifact power is Death's Owner, which summons wraiths that cause damage and apply weakness. They gain bonus damage based on the quantity of summoned units you control. So we want to try and get as many wraiths out there as possible, and it's going to apply weakness, and it has cunning. Cunning is something new if you've never played the minions. What it does is it allows your summoned units to prioritize valuable targets such as elite enemies and Lords of the Void. And then artifact power, we need to have 30 stacks of it for it to consume it to summon the Death's Owner. Now we start with the third weapon because of the weakness, and because we start off with Plagued Rats, which gives us poison as well as weakness, which means that we can also go and fight MHYZAHET, which is going to give us weakness to Fragility. So that's going to be pretty cool. Also, because it's on hit, like for things like the exposed or shattered or things like that, we're going to be really, really good. We're also going to have poison, so we can start with something like ARUANAK and get ourselves poison to Dazed. We've also got Disarray in the build, which is going to give us the Disarray to Disorientated. So we need to do ARUANAK twice. We're going to hope we find a unit that's going to, a goblin that's going to allow us to give us those two things. Also, by the way, not our artifact power, our ascension is to collect these body parts, and we summon abominations. They do poison damage as well, which is really, really good for us. A little bit of a rough start because we didn't start with weapon expert or anything like that, but we should still be perfectly fine. Now, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but we landed up getting a Doom upgrade from that. We only got that because in the Necromancer skill tree, you get a chance to apply Doom with attack. So you'll see we are applying Doom, and that is fine. We will probably take Doom anyway, but or probably not actually, because we've already got it. I'm just going to get rid of the passives because otherwise it's going to fill up our slots with Doom passives. There's some talk behind, okay, well, it's actually worthwhile to grab Doom, but in my opinion, I don't think it's necessary to grab it, not for what we're looking for. We're looking to poison stack. And also, look, we have quite a few of our ascensions out there doing a good thing for us. The only thing is that They don't necessarily focus the right things. I don't believe they have cunning, so that they're not necessarily going to run after your what you're targeting. Something interesting as... Oh yeah, that's why we got Doom, because we're using skeletal mages. So something else that's interesting is every time you gain Relentless, it's going to give you cast frequency so that you can summon the units faster, as you can see, like a 12-second cooldown. But what else it does is it's going to allow these units to shoot faster, so they actually get the cast frequency, like a double dip into cast frequency, if that makes sense. So not only are they going to be casting more frequently, but they're also going to get summoned more frequently. Also, if a unit isn't dead and the cooldown resets, all that happens is that unit gets healed. Originally, they used to be resummoned closer to you, and a lot of people didn't really like that, so the developers listened, and what they did is they made it so it actually heals the summons instead, which is pretty cool. The developers put a lot of hard work, love, blood, sweat, and tears into this game. Alright, let's go. We have a lot of skill points. Just looking for the right units right now. Doesn't seem like we're getting them though. At all. Oh, that's bad. I guess we'll take Glacier for now. We're going to grab the poison because it's going to make sense a little bit later. We can actually grab poison skills. We'll take... actually, I don't want slow. We'll just take a merciless. I do actually want slow, so I don't know why I didn't take that. That was pretty silly of me, and we'll just grab a bloodlust for now. So this one's one of those ones where things didn't work out immediately for us, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work out, so we're still in a good spot. We don't have to stress. The only summons you need to worry about in terms of cast frequency is going to be the Plague Rats and the Frenzied Bunnies. The way that they work is you want to have a lot of area of effect, because as soon as they respawn, so as soon as 2.2 seconds transpires, they are going to land up exploding. And if you get them to too low of a cooldown reduction, they're going to explode immediately on you. And therefore you're not going to get that juicy damage that they apply. So you don't really want too much cast frequency on them until you've got AoE on them. Otherwise, all their damage is just going to happen on your character, and it's not going to do the damage you need them to do to enemies that are far away. Okay, we're going to take the slow. We got one reroll. We didn't get what we were looking for. We're going to go for the damage. We're going to banish Leviathan this time, and we'll take a Disarray. At least we do have poison, so we can still get the poison to Dazed. We've got the Disarray. We did pick up the Golem as well, which will give us juicy levels. The only problem is, like, now we're level 25, and we don't have the skills we're looking for. So things are not the greatest this run. Just yet, at least. I need to save up rerolls as well for the boss fight. Although we're going to have a double ARUANAK from the start anyway. Luckily. You don't need a double, but we've got one. Just going here to the fight. Picking up all of our ascensions. You can have a maximum of 8 abominations. And they do quite a decent chunk of damage. Actually, probably going to be doing the most amount of damage. Unless we're pretty lucky with the... Oh, we don't have the right... Oh, this is a problem. I'm actually going to take the double multicast. Because these guys are physical and magical. That's actually pretty big. We could take the Frost Totem for now, instead of Glacier. Grab Poison causes damage more frequently. We don't need that because we're not going to actually have 2 Chaos skills, so that's not going to help us. And we've only got one more to do. We'll just go do the one right over here at the top. Perfect. I guess we could go summon Helper Elves as well. I actually wanted Summer Helper Elves. Alright, movement speed is going to be good. Resilience is fine. We can't reroll just yet. So multicast mastery, damage for poison's good. We are looking for a poison summon. So there's two more we're looking for. We're looking for skeletal archers, and then we're looking for the putrid hounds. It's very weird that we haven't found them though. Cast frequency. See, that's why we keep the rerolls, so we can find Disarray to Disorientated. We also need the poison to Dazed, so we're going to go to the portal, get ourselves the juicy XP. Hopefully it's going to help us. And then this is going to allow us to fight the ARUANAK again in consecutive times. So you need to have this portal in order to fight ARUANAK twice in a row. Otherwise you have to take something else. What I would be looking for is going to be the Shattered. And then we also need MHYZAHET for the weakness to Fragility. So it's going to be 2 of ARUANAK, 1 Shattered from Broken the Player, and then the weakness to Fragility from MHYZAHET. Well, those are the Titans. It will be down in the description for everyone. And we can go and look at all these levels we're getting. Need a bit more movement speed, but we should get to 29 levels. Oh, that is juicy. Alright, skeletal archers, finally we get them. We can go and increase the damage modifiers of those, that's fine. Merciless, we can re-roll a little bit more. Come on, putrid hounds, just show up for me, please. There we go. So this is finally the loadout. I did forget to mention it in the very beginning. That's okay. Now you can see it, so we can skip that. And we can just look for actives. So HP, the damage that we're looking for is all going to be on the Putrid Hound, because the way that it works is it causes damage based on the number of stacks of poison on the enemy, and that's why we were focusing on poison amounts. So we can lock there. We didn't really get much, so we got damage, that's fine. +2 to Putrid Hounds is good. Multicast over here is also good as the cast frequency over there. And yeah, just keep upgrading everything. Pretty much, we're getting a lot of nice synergetic upgrades, even though we don't have the synergetic Rune. So that's pretty good. Cast frequency here. HP is also good. Things like HP also increases the HP of your summons. So again, anything that you upgrade that upgrades the stat of your character is going to upgrade the stats of your minion, including all the passives that you get for your minions themselves. So minions are actually quite crazy. They double dip into some things compared to some other skills, and they also scale off of the level or the difficulty of the content as well. So in the Titan fields, the Void fields, when you've got your curse level, the higher the curse level, the more damage your minions are actually going to be doing as well. And you can test it. You can go into a 0 curse run, and you can see what the base damage of one of the minions is, and then you can go into a higher cursed run and check the damage again, and you'll see that it's actually higher if it's working properly and it hasn't been a bug, and none of us have really tested it that well, but yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. Alright, as you can see, a decent chunk of damage done to all of the bosses. Much stronger than what we were before. Also, the mages kind of go crazy. It would be fun to do a singular focus run with just 3 of them, and then you run the Doom from ARUANAK and see how much damage you can do. So we are looking for quantity. Again, the Wraith does more damage based on how many units we control. It doesn't give a cap either. Damage from them, increase that. We want more movement speed. Again, movement speed also increases the movement speed of your summons. And then we're going to look for things like more life, as you can see, because we do get hurt quite badly. And then we can go get the 3 over here, and then the 5 at the door. And hopefully we can get our poison to Dazed like we're supposed to. But now we've got lots more rerolls as well. So because we're not looking for specific skills anymore, we've still got the rerolls. And then obviously, like I mentioned before, minions all have cunning. Not all of them, but majority of them have cunning, which means that they are going to focus on the bosses for us. And also, it's lucky if you get a lot of these boss fights when you have the efficient extraction and material harvest up, because that's going to give you more minerals because of the boss crystals. So, I mean, there's a good example. So, bam, 1.2 million prestige already is pretty insane. Alright, critical hits applied, Disarray. We actually get a double minion cast there. I'm going to take the cast frequency for everything. So over here you can see this is 30% for the mages, which is very, very strong. It's very good. But this is 10% for everything. So this is far more. This is like 60% in total, but that's 30% in total. So the overall Relentless is always more powerful. You could say the same about the powerful strikes, which is the damage. However, damage you don't necessarily need on every single skill. Cast frequency you do, multicast you do. Whereas damage, you've got like your 1 or 2 damage skills. Like in my case, it's the Poised Putrid Hounds. They are our main damaging skill, and they're going to be dealing the most amount of damage than any other skill that we use. So there's Poisoned Dazed. Ooh, we only had 3 rerolls there. That was kind of scary. Okay, let's go get MHYZAHET first for the weakness to Fragility. No rerolls broken, because we got to make sure we do get it.
I shall learn them.
Alright, but we are even stronger now because we've got more crit, we've got crit damage. This build has the Disarray to Disoriented and the Poison to Dazed. That is so strong for us. So let's go. It's kind of a weird build though, because there's just so much going on everywhere with it. I'm going to take a little bit of block, because even though we are so strong, we also paper like glass. We say we paper thin, which means that we can just be destroyed. A glass cannon, if you may. Oh man, and then we just get this freezing cold wind at home. And I'm not wearing a jacket. I'm frozen. It is so cold right now. Okay, we did take a little bit of a doom. Oh, do you know what? We could go double MHYZAHET as well for the slow to brittle. So we might actually not take the... That's actually a good idea. We might not take the weakness to fragility. It might be more powerful to go for brittle. We do have the RC helpers, which are going to be applying slow. We've also got the archers who hit like insane amounts, as well as the mages. So we'll actually be applying quite a lot of brittle. There is the brittle. Oh, do you know what I love about the minions is they can have any runes. So I've just gone for the minion runes, but to be honest, we could have probably gone for all skills apply brittle. That would have helped us just go weakness to fragility instead. You know, there's just so many runes that work with them as well. Misfortune's Embrace is amazing with them as well, because you're going to have them applying every single debuff possible, but then it's just you don't get all the things you want. By the way, look at the wraiths. I like that got green flowing from them. Okay, we definitely don't need agony. We can go critical strikes, apply bleed. I mean, critical strikes, apply doom. That's fine, because we're okay to apply a lot of doom. Multicast. By the way, if you don't have frenzied bunnies or summon helper elves, on my Discord in the guide section, there is 2 videos to show how to unlock them, or there is a written guide on the Steam discussions that still works. Even though they were known as events, it was put in inverted commas, sorry. And the events were supposed to be seasonal, but I think because people just loved it so much and everything, the developers made it permanent. They also didn't really... I mean, let's be honest, if they took the skills away and some people had them and others didn't, they would have insane backlash from the community. So, I do not have... Oh, it's not MHYZAHET that has it, and now I just messed up. Oops, I made a boo-boo. Alright, I guess we'll go for the Heart of Sands. Don't do what I do, just take the weakness to fragility, ladies and gentlemen. but it's okay. It's the kobolds that have the slow to brittle, not MHYZAHET. I thought MHYZAHET had it for some reason. It's because I think of the sandstorm and a sandstorm being like brittle, but yeah, kobolds have it. So I made a little bit of a mistake over there. So it's not the end of the world. Our damage is more than enough to absolutely destroy everything. So it's not like it makes that much of a difference. But if you are going to go further, then you know that's going to make a bit of a big difference. All this did was really allow us to summon more units now, more wraiths, which is fine. It means they get to do more damage. But because of the
I can feel it.
can't believe I did that. It's okay though. These things happen. I am only human after all. I know some of you might not believe that.
The path approaches. So does their doom.
Just got to dodge all the area of effects. We actually have a lot going on over here. Rotting is amazing, so we're going to keep that. Okay, I made a mistake, but we need more plague rats anyway. Ooh, lots of errors being made today, but it's really not the end of the world. Area of effect is good. Grab the slow, +1 over there. We don't even have that many rerolls, and we're running reroll mastery, so you can see that we're actually using quite a few rerolls here, and it's working out pretty well. So I'm just grabbing the cast frequency for everything, more movement speed, more critical strike. Area of effect for every summon is beautiful. And then if you had more rerolls, you will want to reroll for damage on the Putrid Hounds. So we really don't have a lot of damage. It's only on 270% increased. There are other ways to get damage, like artificially, like through prowess. So you could grab the prowess on hit, sort of thing. But I mean, it's not really that important. I'm sure there's a way to min-max this to the moon, but I like to just have an army of minions do everything for me instead of min-maxing one minion's damage. I mean, there are other skills that you can use instead of minions that do the same thing either anyway, so which would be easier to min-max using other skills. Okay, Unbreakable's good. There's a nice big damage increase. We're going to lock this and reroll once. No, we're going to lock this and reroll twice. No, we'll lock it last time and reroll again, and nothing. No more locks either, so that's fine. We might as well go Poison to Doom since we are running Doom anyway. Damage increase for all of the other skills as well. Beautiful. Alright, here we get Shattered on hit, and then we're going to absolutely dominate the Corrupted Void Hunter and the Void King. I mean, is this build even fair? Okay, grab the Shattered. Again, sometimes I don't actually manually click on the things, but you can take a look over there. I took the Unstoppable. That's just because I found it easier to use keyboard shortcuts. So I must try not do that.
Finally, it's time. The primordial portal awaits the blood.
I do like the Necromancer's voice, by the way. Who's your favorite character, and what's your favorite voice line? Let's see how many of you are still watching from here. You can comment down below.
Void King, I'm closer than your whispers think.
Necromancer is excited to beat the Lord of the Void, the Void King. It's like I can smell his fear. Let's get him. Alright, just sit by these bosses. It's actually really nice that we're getting a lot of boss fights. I mentioned it earlier, but it's just so that we can get the extra materials. Don't need to pick up the crystals just yet. But we get 4 objective points over here once we finish these 2. Be another boss spawn, it's not. It's a bit sad. Over there. Let's go magnetic, HP, Disarray. Merciless is good, HP, Merciless is good. Damage is good, lethality is good, Merciless, HP. Sounds pretty decent to me. More bosses as well, fantastic. Unfortunately, if you guys are looking for the, like specific Soulstones, the Titan Hunt isn't the best for you because as you can see, they're kind of random in color. I don't think they are random, I think they are progression based, but it's much easier to just do Overlord and keep doing, you know, the final boss fight. You do want Council of the Lords and House of the Council or whatever those curses are called, that increase the amount of Lords of the Void that spawn and also the amount that spawn at the same time. And that's just going to allow you to be able to collect as many Soulstones as possible. So we didn't mention it in the guide video that we made, but just in case, I will put out a beginner guide video sometime in the future. I had to try summons inside the Titan Hunt. There were some purple ones. We actually got 6 in total. That's not bad. But I mean, you could get like 20 in the same amount of time. You could get over 20. So that's kind of what we mean by it being kind of some things are better to get done in Titan Hunt. Alright, we've got slow to disarray. We can re-roll this. We're going to grab, see over here, I think the archers are going to be better to get. So we'll get +2 to archers, +2 to mages. Love to see it. Rotting's there. Critical strike and multicast. Love to see it when the game decides to give me +2 legendaries without the 25 levels. So you don't need Divine Legacy, but obviously you're going to have less summons. Let's just level up here. Look at this beautiful army. It's beautiful.
One day to seal them all. I'll finish the dynasty forever.
I like that they don't despawn.
King has opened my eyes. Allow me to close yours forever.
Actually, they really didn't despawn. Candy cane. What do we get? Do we have rerolls? We've got none. Let's see. Increase the multicast, increased cast frequency, critical strike chance area could be pretty good. Damage modifier. Let's just go with damage modifier again. That's going to increase the damage of everything. So that's a pretty big one. And then for the Void King, you can actually do the one that gives the damage cost frequency and the multicast as well.
Face me, Void King.
Where are my other summons? I don't think the king's gonna live for very long. Remember, we do have cunning, so they're going to ignore all the enemies around us, and they're just going to focus on the King of the Void. Lord King. King of the Void. Void King. It's quite funny that he says, I offer you unchained power, and we just direct his face. It's like, I offer you unchained power. Well, buddy, we've already got unchained power. That's why you are losing and I'm not. I mean, how much more powerful do I have to be? Look at you.
No, I am the king. I am the king.
Not anymore, you're not. I am now the king.
End. Even gods, even darkness. His silence belongs to me now.
Necromancer is quite hectic with her voice lines. Technically, I'm already dead because I'm a necromancer, but we won't get into the finer details of the loser that this King of the Void is right now. Not as much damage as I thought I'd be doing to him, to be honest. I thought we would be defeating him a lot faster. So that last round was actually... yeah, he actually didn't die as quickly as I thought he would. Look at my ravenous rats. They're like, we need food.
The king crumbles.
Oh, there we go. We actually got the presence of the Dark Lord.
Errors awaken. Let them rise. Their souls will serve me.
Yeah, look at that. The Necromancer is quite evil, guys. I think we need a Necromancer corrupted version. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. Putrid Hounds doing the most amount of damage by far. That was a given, just because of the way that they scale and the way that poison works. Loads of materials gained there as well, thanks to the runes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.